All right, welcome back, Inebri-arts. Inebri-arts? Inebriites?
Inebriatitis.
Inebriatitis. That's when you've listened to too many of these.
Yes. And you have a permanent grin on your face.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been so long since we got to record in person.
Yeah.
I think this is the second one in like 2 years.
Wow. I'm very...
It was you, like Quincy, you. That might be it. RKO. Oh, RKO. That's right. So the third. Yeah. Sorry.
You know, did you have Jake do it? No?
Jake Hill?
Yeah.
No, he's never been on the show.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a big Jake Hill fan.
Everybody's a big Jake Hill fan.
I know.
If you like music and pizza.
I know. You know what? I have.
Oh, well, that's a lie. He's been on one of our shows. He just hasn't been on this one.
Okay. I thought I heard him. 'Cause I'm definitely like
Oh, wait, no, that's a lie, too. We've done so many. So my favorite story.
Lying,
all right, Inebri-art, hang on. We're going to have a sidebar here for a second. So recently, I won't say who, because it's going to, Fish met this gentleman. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, it's nice to meet you. And as he walked away, I turned to Fish and said, he's been on the podcast. He's like, what? I'm like, we recorded with him right before COVID. He's like, I don't remember that guy at all. Oh. But Jake Hill was on episode 2, 3. We started with Jesse. Yeah, episode 3 with Mike Morway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So if you guys are interested in who we're talking about, go back and listen to episode 3, and we apologize for the sound quality.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, I keep backing away. I'm used to like yelling into them.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is like 260 something. So that's how long ago it was. I forgot he was on it.
It's awesome. I like checking them out. I always I'm very stealthy when I do things. You know, I'll check out podcasts I'll pop into like a show really quick and just be in the back and I don't really have like too much time to go out and see.
Yeah.
Local live music, which I think is, I mean, I don't know. It's incredible. I'm just trying to think of like how it's like, you think of Seattle in the 90s. I just think that there's so much talent. Like I could literally go out and see anybody. Like, like I do have like Jake Hill, like we just talked about. I love him and his band when he does like
Deep Creek,
because I love Larry. And it's just, they're just so good. And but I'm not at every show or I'm not even at like,
it's so hard.
But I listen to a lot of it, like when there's stuff posted, and Elevators. Obviously, I've known Jackson.
Elevators,
like
yeah,
19.
yeah. And then you got the Quins.
The Quins is one of my. I
love the Quins
all over my little mini studio at home.
It's funny. I'm always like blaring the Quins in my car, and like I'll be driving down Main Street, and be like, "Is this too loud?"
No, not for the Quins. You turn it up.
But it's like one of those like it is. I'm not like advertising.
I don't think the volume knobs aren't. It's just everybody. Like Mark King, Quadrophone.
Oh yeah.
And Six Fox Whiskey, and it's just.
I just went
left is. Definitely, when they play, I just love watching them play.
I just saw Funktopus. They're so good.
Yep.
So for our listeners, that other voice you're hearing, that's not me, is Jeff Hilliard. I should introduce you since you're on the show. We're like, I don't know, 10 minutes in already.
Oh,
yeah. Past podcast guest, viral sensation.
Yeah.
Man about town. So, I mean, obviously, we're just talking about like what a great music community this is.
Yeah.
There's no shortage.
No.
Even kind of the younger people. We just had Cheese from Frantic Endeavor on.
Cheese, actually, I'm actually going to be, I've been planning to play, we're doing a project.
Like you and Cheese?
And Joe Ling.
Oh, shit. That's right. I think he told me about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to be working on it soon. I'm trying to finish. I
feel like Cheese is in every single band in town.
It's because Cheese is just the best. Like wood is not good. Like something is better with cheese.
Wow. He's lucky there's no one called Bacon in town.
I just don't mix pineapple with all of it.
All right. No, that's not all right. Okay.
I'm not a pineapple pizza.
No. Really?
I love pineapple. And I need pineapple by itself. If it's by itself, I will eat it all day long.
But not on pizza.
Not almost on anything. Like I don't even like the bacon wrap pineapple. It's like put scallops in there.
Okay, I'm down with that.
But I like my food spicy, not sweet or
I'm
savory.
not. Yeah, I'm not always into the sweet and
Like when
savory
people throw,
thing.
like mango and stuff or orange, which is, you know what? When I end up trying it, I actually end up liking it. Like Blue Eyed, like Jim does that. I just can't.
I feel like Jim Casey could just be like,
He can
eat
pull out
it.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a sock, bacon, and cottage cheese, and you'd be like, this is friggin' delicious.
Is this creme brulee? No, it's not even. But it's I need hot sauce or I need it spicy. I like my food very spicy.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So what have you been up to for like 2 years that we haven't really talked to you, other than like COVID and horribleness and?
I actually had a good time.
You had a good time during COVID?
I had a good time. I spent more time. I have a new little boy, a little maniac.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, and he was born and everything throughout that, which was interesting. But he's just the best. And my daughter is now 9, and she's so sweet, and she's so smart. She's like insanely smart. But
have you gotten to that point where you're like, shit, they know things I don't?
She actually did. I bought little man like a Lego set because I'm a big Lego guy.
Yeah.
But it was like the big baby ones, like the bigger. Legos,
like Duplo or whatever. Yeah.
And I was trying to build him a person. I'm good. I've been doing Legos since I was like a little older than him. So, but I tried to build this like man, and I'm like, I got the feet going and everything, and it was pretty cool. Like a stand-up person. It wasn't even a man. I was trying to make
a figure.
Figure.
Yeah.
There was no anatomy on it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You didn't give him a Duplo ding dong?
No, I didn't. It was identified as Lego.
All right. Okay.
And or build block, whatever the hell it was called. So I did it, and I was proud of myself. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Look at this. And then so the next morning I wake up, and she didn't even see this.
Yeah.
My thing. So I wake up, and I go downstairs. Before school, she made like a 3-foot tall man. Like this was supposed to be me.
Yeah.
With like the eye, like all the colors were coordinated, so it made like his face was orange and black eyes and big red lips, and it was perfect. Like the blue, I was trying to, put all the pieces, be like, oh, the jeans can be blue, but the blue's already in this, so I gotta. But she figured it out where she built, and I was blown away.
Yeah,
I was like, no way. And I'm still like to this day, like I keep looking at the picture. I'm just so proud of her. Like she just like she loves to read, she loves to draw. She likes her video games.
All kids do.
Yeah, but she's just
it's
just beautiful, like living through your children.
Yeah, I remember there was one time my son came in the room. He had to have been, I don't know, 4 maybe.
Yeah,
and he comes in. He's like, Dad, I hurt my scapula, and I'm like, Are you okay? He goes, yeah, I'm fine. And then walks out of the room, and I had to like pick up the phone and call my buddy and go, hey man, weird question. What's your scapula? He's like, your shoulder blade. I'm like, all right. He's like, why? I'm like, because my kid's fucking smarter than I am. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I thought he was talking about his like tailbone.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't take him to the doctors and be like, he hurt.
Stop making up words. I'm pulling you out of that hippie school.
Yeah, it just amazes me. It's so weird, and they keep getting that way. Like
scapula. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And he does know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. I've been hiring my daughter to do our graphic design work now. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's great. And so I got to spend time with my kids, and, I've been I've been doing a lot of work in the house because that's like, I love doing that. I love the remodeling because I have like a little side business, and that's like my fun job.
Yeah.
Because it's fun for me to do that, It wouldn't be fun for me to do that all the time. And I played music, and I was really practicing my lead guitar.
Yeah.
My solos, I'm always trying to get better.
Is that kind of what inspired this new project with Cheese and Ling Ling, and
a little
kind
bit.
of being like, gives you some more time to kind of reflect and
yeah, well, you know what, they're cut from the same wheel of cheese. But no, they're both like just awesome guys. I mean, when I met both of them, I knew right away. They're just people you click with. But like yourself, you know, you just there's certain
there's just
people.
So many people around here that's just that kind of instant.
And
you talk to them like one time for a good amount of time, and you're like, oh yeah, they're friends. Yeah.
No, they're just great people, you know. And I was doing like online streaming.
Yeah.
You know, for money, but I was donating my tips a lot to the restaurants and the bartenders, the places I play at, because, you know, I love. I don't know where I love music more. I mean, Plymouth more, like the music or the restaurants. You know, because it's just like, and they complement each other very well. Like for the places that do have entertainment, places that don't are great too. You know, I'm not saying. But the ones that have music are better. But no, I'm just kidding. But it's because the owners are almost like a lot of musicians. Like the musicians will see each other and they haven't seen each other. Oh my God, you know, you need anything? Or you know, I need a pedal, my pedal, bro. I'll get this. And then the restaurants, I see the same thing. Like, oh, we ran out of Mayflower.
I always see that someone being like, hey, I need such and such a chord, or you know, I blew this pedal or whatever. Who's downtown? And immediately someone's like. And hell, I've even experienced, I had car trouble on the way home one time, and I'm like, who's downtown? And I had like 3 or 4 people message me instantly, being like, what do you need? Mm-hmm. You know, it's just that kind of well, that's neighborly community. I got your back.
And it's also the people. I mean, because I have people that come to the shows. I mean, that's the only time I really see people, because, you know, I'm usually trying to be a good father.
Trying to be dad,
you know? Trying to spend some time with the chillin', and no, it's just the people have been great, and I love seeing it. I love seeing you coming out. You know, when you come out to see me, it means so much when I see.
But you play friggin' everywhere.
I do.
Like I was brushing my teeth the other day, and you played a gig in my bathroom.
Yeah. Well, you weren't supposed to know about that. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah. No, I feel like you're everywhere downtown. It's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm actually right now at BBC on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And
then you're at New World
on Fridays.
Yeah.
And then Tavern on the Wharf on Sundays.
Oh,
and
nice.
then Saturdays are my private parties. I've been having. I was actually at Surfside Smokehouse, but that's the thing is I'm there. I have, you know, residencies, so I'm always in town.
Yeah.
You know, but I haven't played the other places only because of the residencies. You know, and I had like Artisan Pig reach out. And Uva, you know, a couple places around, and I'm trying to work something out, you know, and Speedwell I've been playing at every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just tough, but it's good. It's not a bad thing.
It's nice to have like more gigs than you have time. I mean, that's a good problem to have.
It's good, and I'm lucky, and I'm very thankful for it. You know, music is so special to me, because it's like I was a fan way before I was a player, and it's just like it's like the origin. I always see it as like an origin of everything, like creation. Like, not to get too deep, but it's like vibrations, and no matter what religion is, like it's Big Bang or the Word of God or whatever you know, it's like that's all vibrations. Even if it's a spoken something, if it was a God that created the universe through speech, it'd be very loud.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's vibrations. That music is vibrations, and that's why every time I been playing for the last couple of years. I think the COVID thing really set me for that, because it got my mind thinking about like music is like a part of me. Like I need to be playing it now, and it's so special because it brings everybody together, especially in fucked up times. Like everybody just loves arguing with each other. Who gives a shit? Like who gives a shit? Like talk about what Seinfeld episode is your favorite or something. And if you don't know who Seinfeld is, you know, check it out.
He's back on Netflix. Everyone's got to know.
I mean, but I'm just like I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of everybody. It's like you have your point and your opinion, and so doesn't Joe, and so doesn't Sarah, and so doesn't whoever, you know. I'm just throwing out names, and it just, who cares what your opinions are about these things? It's like that's a personal choice, so it's not going to match yours. I'm not going to, and if you want to discuss like, you know, some pros of each side, but just don't start. Then it's people just start getting after each other. You know?
I was listening to something today, and it was, regardless of how wrong you may think someone else is, the second you kind of attack them, they shut down. They're not interested in hearing what you have to say.
Exactly.
And we're too busy attacking, regardless of how right you are.
Yeah.
If you attack the other person, you're basically as wrong as they are.
Right.
Because you're not reaching out. You're just trying to insult the other person.
The anger comes from online. I mean, you think about it. It's like we've always talked about a lot of these issues, but we always talked about it in person.
Yeah.
And you're usually a little bit more civil because you're realizing you're talking to a person and not some name on a screen.
I'm trying to remember now. Someone's like that. You don't have the risk of getting punched in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
In person, you're forced to be more polite because you're in arm's reach.
Yeah, and there's some people that they'll poke fun or they'll say something, no one will get a reaction. But that's more of like if it's like a joke, if you know the person.
But there's people that do that intentionally to like go out of their way. They're literally doing it to make someone else angry, and those people piss me off because I'm like, you're not helping.
It doesn't. I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
it's like we. Like that's what I mean. This whole COVID. It's just like I've been practicing Buddhism for a long time, and it helped save my life, and it doesn't make sense to me that we're all living together but we're all fighting each other.
Yeah. And
we have environmental things going on, things like in a big picture thing, and we're too busy nitpicking about. It's almost it's like it's not. Everybody's on the same team. Like it doesn't matter. Like and
it'd be nice if we all got on the same team.
Yeah,
that'd be huge.
Everybody knows that deep down because we all have that in us. It's just like all these calluses have built up on people's souls, for so long, and they just harden, And you gotta. You can break it down sometimes, but with me, it's like at this point, I just pick my crowd, hang out with some good people, and it's easy in this town because there's so many amazing people, and
But let's list the terrible ones. So let's start with Carl Heine. But you were talking about like how much music means to your life, and it was making me think about like how music has meant so much in my life, but it seemed to really kick in around like 11 or 12.
Like around your scapula area?
Yeah, my scapula. Made my scapula hurt. So when I found out what my scapula was. No, but I'd say like between like 11 and 14 is like really when it like... And some of that music is like the most powerful to me. Mm-hmm. Do you think that is a typical thing? Which is why like now...
Well, you get out of that kid mode where you listen to Rafi or whatever his name is and some Wheels on the Bus shit. And which is good. I mean, but it's, it's like throwing reality TV in kids' faces. You need some... But some of them are good. Some of the kids are good. But I don't know. I think when you stop becoming a little person and you're becoming a big person and you start to realize there's more to the world than staying up late and eating ice cream and past a certain time or whatever.
Yeah.
But when there's real world out there, I think when people realize that as a child that the world is big place, then they start to get in touch with everything. And I think that's what music comes in, like for real. My dad... the first band I ever loved was The Doors. And my dad played it. He had this record, and he used to play all these, like LA Woman and all these great Doors records, and then Jimi Hendrix and Allman Brothers and Grateful Dead and Herbie Hancock and Stevie Wonder, Beatles. And my dad was a later Beatles man. My mom liked the earlier Beatles. But I also prefer once I started taking drugs and getting fucked up. No, like Sgt. Pepper's and, Yellow Submarine, who hasn't watched that and eaten mushrooms? I mean, probably a lot of people, but...
Yeah.
Maybe I made up for it. But that's a great...
I remember, like... And it's making me kind of want to go back and, like, listen, because I haven't listened in ages. But like the first band, because like it's like late 80s, early 90s kids, so grunge was huge for me because I was like high school time. Yeah. But like junior high, it was like hair metal, And then like the band that like really kind of made me go, whoa, this is really not what I expected, was really different, was Anthrax. Like Anthrax, I became like really obsessed with them.
Yeah. No, I could see that.
Because it wasn't that MTV,
right.
you know.
It was like the real, I mean, I guess I could see, I started listening, when I found out, I think, about Anthrax, then I listened like Biohazard and all these like really just like hard metal, like not even metal, but just hard rock.
Yeah.
And, but then I started listening to Weezer when they were good. I mean, Weezer's, they disgust me now because
really,
oh man, with like the Ways Down in Africa, and
it's so fun. I was talking about
they just did something else too, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't have
you guys used to be so cool.
I don't have a problem with Africa. It just sounds so similar to the original, where you're like, Weezer? No, wait, this is the.
And it got famous. I mean, from Instagram, from like people on Barstool and everything. Like, just go,
and it's fine, but it's like it's not song. Different enough from the original to like give a shit.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know. Weezer just they bug me because they just used to be so cool. And but I listen to like everything. I mean, I listen to old country and I listen to. I don't like the hair bands. Were my I did like Whitesnake because of the video.
What video are you talking about, Jeff? I have no idea.
If I just say the video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then
kids, if you're older than 16, Google Whitesnake, Tawny Katane. If you're younger, don't do that.
I thought
really.
I thought the drummer was badass. He had one arm.
Yeah.
Like, fucked it up, and I loved it.
My buddy was a huge Def Leppard fan, and I just didn't get it.
That because it's just. But like, I wasn't a big Motley Crue guy. I wasn't a big Poison.
Yeah, I was like big into Motley Crue and Poison.
I've never liked Kiss, and I think
still don't like it.
Yeah, I think playing rock. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Kiss," and it's like, I think they kind of suck.
The thing. Like, all right, so this is gonna be a terrible. So this could get me in a shit ton of trouble. So the thing I like less than Kiss is Kiss fans.
Okay,
and I mean like the hardcore Kiss fans.
Yeah.
They're like,
I want to say, actually, speaking of hardcore, before I forget, like Bayside High and Scarecrow Hill.
My
other two. Because I know I forget, but I want to give everybody knowing that I'm thinking about.
But I feel like the comic book guy in Simpsons.
Yeah.
If you put him into the music world, he'd be a Kiss fan.
Yeah.
Like
I think that episode when he dressed up.
Oh, really?
He's like, best concert ever.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm sorry, Kiss fans. I'm sorry. My son likes Kiss. He's seen them a bunch of times.
They're a show. It's whatever. It's fireworks.
I think when I was a kid, I saw them, and I'm like, holy shit, they're badass. And then I listened to them, I'm like, or not. They look way more badass than they are.
They're a live band. I mean, that's the other thing. Yeah. I mean, it's a show, but it's a live show. Like, you take a live show and put it on a record, you know. And I like to rock and roll and party every other day.
Every other day. I like to rock and roll on Wednesday nights and maybe party Saturday afternoon from 2 to 5. Says,
I like to rock and roll all night and part of every day. I was like, that I can get with it. But no, I just
feel like their music doesn't match their look. Like, if they sounded like Slipknot or Marilyn Manson, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense.
I mean, they're like arena rock. I mean, they're like, you know, they have some catchy songs. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying they're not. I just never got into them. But
so do the Wiggles.
And it's like, there's a couple bands like that. I just, you know, I can't stand Jimmy Buffett. I just can't stand him, you know. But I know a lot of people love to go to the shows and have fun. And so
I feel like Jimmy Buffett is something that I would never go out of my way to listen to, but I feel like if someone like, hey, I have an extra ticket to go to Jimmy Buffett, I'd be like, that sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and he just always talks about himself in the third person. He'd be like interviewed on Lemon. He's like, yeah, Jimmy Buffett needs to go to the bathroom right now.
Oh, does he really?
And it's
I've never seen that. Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett, you're Jimmy
That's
Buffett.
you, man.
It's like, what? But I mean, I don't like. I always make jokes, or sometimes will post some jokes about country music.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not about country music. It's about pop country. It's about And I don't knock the musicians that play it, and I don't like the locals or even people that are writing their own, and it falls into that genre. That's fine too. Like it's the corporate genre that was created. You know, that's why everything sounds like the same, and it's just everything they have. That nobody writes their songs anymore.
Yeah,
that's all like corporate, or they're having contests. Or there's like people that will write one verse and a chorus, and then they send it in, and then a team of writers finishes it. You know, and gives it like a melody and everything, and that it loses its soul. It's like building robots. You know, it's like you're building music without a soul because you're building. You know, it's like you're playing God with music.
No, but that's like you can't paint the Mona Lisa by committee,
right?
You know, like you can't. It doesn't matter.
That's what I mean, and like music needs to stay as art, and it should not. That's why I love Nirvana, and that's why like there are these bands that are just so raw and like old Green Day, and they get shit on for like selling out. And I saw this interview with Fat Mike from NoFX, and he said, "You don't sell out if you're good and like people like you."
Yeah,
you know, and that's what happened. And the same thing, you know, Pearl Jam, like they hate anything corporate. I mean, they went against so many things, but they were just good.
After a while, it's not selling out. After a while, you just can't not.
They didn't really change their sound, you know? And like through all the years they played. And, you know, it's a weird, like Metallica, I loved Metallica. And then Black came out with Enter Sandman. And then that lost me because I felt like they sold out. Like they used to be like a heavy like
once they started doing kind of like
Puppets and
Master Puppets, Master Puppets, a perfect album.
I listen to
perfect
it all the
album.
time.
But it's I feel like Chili Peppers in some way did the same thing. Like they did a ballad, and it went great. Yeah. So then they kind of felt the need to do more.
Milk,
if you go back to Mother's Milk, it's like a totally different band. But I also like, do you know?
I could see that. Like I have like Danny California.
Yeah.
You know, I think. But I just love the Chili Peppers. Just because
I love them too. But like, there's a definite.
Like, how can you not love Flea? How could Flea has to be the most liked person on this planet? Because how could you dislike that guy?
But like, you can't deny that at Blood Sugar Sex Magic, there's a drastic turn.
Oh, there is
in the band.
It's like Injustice for All to Black.
Right.
Is like. Or it's like when U2 was the second album, like Rattle and Hum, and then they did like Beautiful Day.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? What happened, U2?
But I also love, do you know what Epic Mealtime is?
No.
So there's a YouTube channel called Epic Mealtime. It's out of Canada, and they make fucking crazy, like, they make like a fast food lasagna, and it's like 40 Big Macs and cheese and bacon, and then like 40 Whoppers and then cheese and bacon. It's just this crazy shit. But Harley, the host of it, is like, they started selling merch. It's like, we didn't sell out, we bought in. And sometimes it's like, you know, it is a business. And like,
it is.
In order to do more, you need to make a living at it. So, I mean,
Green Day, they went a little softer, but they got older. Like, they all started having families. Like, people don't realize, like, they're changing their music is because their lives are changing.
Sure.
They went from this, like,
dude, Ice-T
nutball on a tour bus to, like,
I'm sorry, not Ice-T. Ice Cube made a fucking family movie. Yeah. You know? Because it's like, at some point, you have kids and you start to going, whoa.
I still see him as Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, but you kind of start like,
go back in the house,
like,
Trey.
Like, what? Wait, what do I want to project to my kid? What can I? Do I want to do this shit?
Yeah.
That my kid's gonna see. Like, so it's an interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's not. I don't consider that either. It just. I think. If you're doing it just for the money.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing music, if that's your main reason, is to play music is for money, then. You shouldn't be in music. I mean,
or fame. I'll even say fame.
Yes,
if you're doing it just for fame too.
That music needs to come first for everything else to come out. And it's not saying that you don't like making money or that it's not even like a close second. Like reason why you're playing music, but music always has to be number one, or you're not gonna play it for yourself.
There's a big difference between playing money for music and playing music that makes you money.
Yeah. Playing music for money,
yeah. If you're playing music that makes you money,
yes,
that's awesome.
That is, and it's not. I'm not saying it's not awesome.
Yeah, like, but if you're playing money to make music, that makes no sense. If you're playing music just to make money, then that's not really.
No.
Yeah.
I just because that No, because then you're driven. Because then you're focused on the money. So then you're focused on what's going to make your money. Then you're focused. So your focus about your songwriting is all of a sudden that just got fucking sidetracked.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at another goal now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're not thinking about why you started playing music or anything like those. That's why I like all the artists. Like almost everybody that I listen to is just all feelings or stories or like I love Bob Dylan and Neil Young and I don't know, like that pop country thing, like they kind of just pick people they see like, oh, this person's good, they can sing, you wrote this song about your blah blah blah, and then it's like, and if you leave your contract, then you can't sing in their songs.
You can see the perfect example in that is that show The Voice.
Exactly.
Because the Voice is literally like, we're not going to look at you.
Yeah.
Because we're too busy trying to see if you have the right look and the right. Like if it wasn't all about the look and the whole package to sell to you, there would be no show The Voice where we're like, just going to listen to your voice.
They might get nominated for them.
Right.
Well, I've seen, I guess.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that whole idea of like, we're not going to look at you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't exist because it. Like American Idol's like, well, you don't look right for this.
It's like, I mean, it'd be like in the 50s, 60s, you never see, like some people never even seen what except for a picture. You know? But it's music is music. Music is not visual. I mean, you can add the visual to it, like live shows and stuff, and it helps. But that's why I mean it. That I got taken away. And that's why I call the pop country stuff like the reality TV of music.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to think about it.
Right.
Because you put it on. I could see why people listen to it. It's background stuff. And I don't make fun of people for listening to it. I don't make, it's music. It makes them happy. That's great. It's just not my thing. And it's just, like I said, it's like having a best friend as a robot with no soul. It's like you're listening to this empty, like artificial, like.
But speaking of soul, and because we've been kind of like rambly all over the place because that's what we do.
Oh my God, what the hell?
I know, right? But the reason why I brought you on is because you went and you were playing at Speedwell the other night, and you started telling me about a new song that you've been working on, and there was like a story behind it. So give us a story about the new song that you're working on. What's the song called?
It's called Learning to Fall.
Okay.
Learn to Fall. Learning to fall, learning to fall, learn to fall. I'm not sure yet.
It's one of those two.
Or learn to fall.
Okay.
It's a couple different things. I don't know. I like I said, all kinds of music. I do like the uplifting songs. I get associated with, sometimes not, but I do. And I was thinking about this kid Jack. I won't say his last name. I just want to. Yeah. But this kid. He's 12 years old. He just beat cancer for the third time. Finished his third round of chemo. Like, he's 12.
That's crazy.
And I met him a couple years ago, and I wear this bracelet for the last 4 years or so every day for him. And he's just the best kid. I know his family. And so I played a private show for him like a couple years ago. And, this kind of has a little to do with this, but, I always like to try to do nice things for people. I just don't like to really talk about it.
Right, yeah.
But they asked me to play a private party from a couple months ago, and I couldn't because I had like 2 shows that day, and one was a private party that I couldn't really move. So I had an extra guitar, a Telecaster, like his Nashville Telecaster, and I just brought it over and I gave it to him. And he just had the biggest smile on his face, and everybody was emotional and smiling and happy. But that was worth more to me than the guitar, a million guitars.
Yeah.
I would have given him all my guitar. That was great because he's been learning to play guitar. And, I told him, I said, you got to grow up fast, and you get a grown-up guitar because I don't want your dad buying some piece of shit Squire. So I said, you got to get a grown-up guitar. And, but he's been an inspiration. I see this bracelet all the time, and I look down and I can't do something, and I think about him. And my daughter been trying to ride a bike forever. And I told her, I said, you can't ride a bike if you don't think you can. Like, you're going to jump in the pool if you can't swim? I'm like, she's a great swimmer. I said, you wouldn't jump in. And she's like, no. I said, well, you have to know you know it. You have to know you can ride this bike, and you'll do it.
Yeah.
And you'll do it. And the next day she did. And she thought of it, and she told me she was thinking about it when she did. But it's kind of like, then that's kind of, everything kind of came one night when I was listening to something that clicked. And Jack's family, like, just the incredible people they are and what they've been through and everything. And that was the inspiration for that song, because it's like you have to fall. Like, you have to have some bad times. It's life. It's going to happen. Like, it might not happen for 40 years, and it might all of a sudden happen every fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you're going to have bad times. It's just going to happen. And it's okay to acknowledge it. But it's about picking it up and not letting it own you and just moving on and enjoying it. Enjoying the victory of it, enjoying until your next battle. But you got to think about, you always look at you have good and bad things in your life, and you got to focus more on the bad things. You could think about the good things. Don't ignore it.
Yeah.
One of the people are like, Serenity now. Like, break a bunch of computers. You can't be positive all the time. It's fucking impossible. But you can just don't be that depressed, sad person. Just feel like that.
Yeah.
And just let it go away, And so that's what that song is. It's like, you have to know you're going to do this. You have to know you're going to get through it. And anybody can, Anybody, you could fucking pick up guitar right now, and you're not going to play it good because you don't think you could play.
Right.
But you could fucking neo that shit. And like the Matrix, anybody can if they just know they can do it, like 1,000%, And I think that's most important. And, especially nowadays, I'm sick of seeing crazy stories and horrible stories. It's like I try to focus more on the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a good victory with this kid.
Yeah,
and Melody riding her bike, and my son learning to walk, and my son, just people getting married, people having babies that are, just people that I like to see, and there's a lot of good things happening to them. It means a lot to me, and I don't bullshit saying that, because it does. It makes me feel good. It adds one more cup of the goodness into my jug. You know what I mean?
And it's one of those, like, even in the worst times, like, there's still good to be had. I mean, like,
there is. And
the past 2 years the last 2 years have sucked.
Yeah.
But it also allowed me time to focus on Inebri-art more than I've ever been able to focus on. So there's always a good thing.
There's been a lot of pods. I said, "What'd you do?"
You had a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have a baby.
I helped.
Someone adjacent to you had a baby that is biologically related to you. You took one for the team, man.
No,
Good for you.
She gets. I give her all the credit, man. Women with childbirth, you guys are like rock stars. But I mean, guys.
I don't know. We have to cut the cord, man.
We think we're tough.
Pretty
it's like, we
tough.
can be tough in different ways, but when it comes, we wouldn't. I don't even think we could be like 2 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So.
But we can't keep you for too much longer. You are actually off to play a gig.
I am
at the BBC.
Yeah.
You're gonna play a few songs for us. You're gonna play.
Yes.
You're gonna play the new one, which is you're still working on. Learn to Fall or Learning to Fall.
It's learning. I think it's learn. It might be Learning to Fall, because I didn't want to sound like Learn to Fly.
Yeah.
So I think it was Learning to Fall, and then the other one was I think it's called like Storm or something.
I like how they're so new. You're still working on the titles.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you listen to them, they're like, there's definitely some. There's always some screw ups and stuff, because I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I have to just start playing them.
Yeah.
Because it's like I kind of balk when it comes to that. But
and then you're gonna play some Ween for me.
And I'm going to play some Ween.
Nice. I love Ween.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for listening. Jeff Hilliard,
Thank you for having me.
If you're somewhere in downtown Plymouth, Mass, go to a restaurant. He's probably playing one of them at that night.
Yes.
And if not, are you on, you must be on social media somewhere.
I am. Jeff Hilliard Music on Facebook and Instagram.
All right.
And, nothing really else. Just support all musicians and restaurants and local people.
And
Inebri-art.
Yeah, and look for the new music project that's going to be called like Jeff Hilliard with cheese.
Yes. Yes, and a side of Ling Ling.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Guys, appreciate it. Don't drive yourself home if you can't steer the wheel. Can't love anyone if you don't know how to feel. Can't know the answer if you've never been right. You can't can't brave the darkness if you've only known light. So how do you think you can chase your dreams while you're sleeping? Live your life without breathing. No, you can. Just believe it. Chase your dreams. Don't jump in the deep end if you know you can't swim. Don't pick up those cards if you can't go all in. You can't ride a bike without learning to fall. So get back up and prove them all wrong. So now you know you can. You're so close. I know you can. Chase your dreams while you're sleeping. Live your life. Just keep breathing. Well, no, you can. Just believe it. Chase your dreams. It's okay, I feel your pain. Nothing seems to go your way. I think I gotta switch that around, but need some control. So take back control. Need your control and chase your dreams while you're sleeping. Live your life. You're still breathing. Well, all you need is a reason. Chase your dreams. Yeah. You can leave that. I don't have to I mean, yeah, that's more of like a poppy. I didn't think I was gonna focus on songs like that, but
Yeah.
It just kind of came out because I was, I had a couple inspirations. All right. I know I played it for one of my buds, and he goes, I like it. He goes, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I like every kind of music, and like, I love playing that Philip Phillips like home song because it's such like I love it's like belting it out and kind of giving it my own thing, but it's just like as much as I love my grunge and the realness, I also love like the okay, time to get the fuck up and go too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know. It's okay. It's okay. She said I'm like this every time it rains. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. She said it happens when she feels pain. Clouds roll in, the thunder calls, the lightning strikes and trees will fall. The moon is gone, it's getting dark, hidden behind us all, hidden behind us all. It's getting late, it's time to play. I own the darkness, I am the stars. It's time to play. It's getting late, only happens when she feels pain. Clouds roll in, the thunder calls, lightnings and trees will fall. It's getting dark, the moon is gone, hidden behind us all, hidden behind us all, hidden behind us all. She puts her hair up to say the only way she can say sorry for this bad day. I'm only like this when it rains. This is life. The clouds roll in, the thunder calls, lightning strikes and trees will fall. It's getting dark, the moon is gone, hidden behind us all, hidden behind us all, hidden behind us all. That's kind of more my speed, is something like that.
Grunge.
And I'm not, but it's, I mean, you look at all these guys that listen, I mean, a lot of them are actually just that they're great people, and they just that they're not negative. Some of them took the path, obviously, and just kept it in the dark. But you know, it's always good to recognize the darkness. You know, can't always sing about like Skittles and rainbows and. I want Skittles right now. I think that's why. It sounds like that. All right, so. Take a piece of tinsel and put it on the tree. Cut a slice of melon and pretend that you still love me. Carve out your pumpkin if you know it's your destiny. Jump in your car and cruise the land of the brave and free. Don't forget to understand exactly what you put on that tree. Don't believe the florist when he tells you that the roses are free. Take a wrinkled raisin and do with it what you will. Hop it into third if you know you're gonna climb that hill. Eat plenty of lasagna till you know that you've had your fill. Resist all the urges that make you wanna go out and kill. Don't forget to understand exactly what you put on that tree. Don't believe the forest when he tells you that the Bake that pie and eat it with me. Throw that pumpkin at the tree. If you think that pumpkin owes your destiny, cast it off into the sea. Bake that pie and eat it with me.
Nice. And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/Inebri-art to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at Inebri-art.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or at Inebri-art6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebri-art, and all the other shows on the Inebri-art Network, which you can find at Inebri-art.com. Thanks again for listening.